Ladies and gentlemen, today we dive into the delicate and profound art of privacy, particularly when it comes to safeguarding our personal lives. While connection and vulnerability are essential, there's immense strength in knowing when and with whom to share our personal stories. Not every part of us needs to be exposed to the world. Here are 6 keynotes on the importance of keeping certain parts of our lives just for ourselves. Your life is a sacred space, a place where your experiences, memories, and innermost feelings come together to make you who you are. Imagine it as a beautiful garden that holds your dreams, your fears, your victories, and your losses. This space isn't just where you live, it's where you grow. It's where the most genuine, vulnerable parts of you reside, the parts that deserve respect, care, and protection. Not everyone should have access to it because not everyone will value it as you do. In a world that often demands openness and oversharing, protecting this space is a radical act of self-respect. It means recognizing that not everything about you is meant for public consumption. Just like a valuable piece of art isn't displayed on every street corner, some parts of you deserve to be kept in a place where they are cherished and honored. This doesn't mean closing yourself off or being less authentic, rather, it's about giving yourself the power to decide who truly deserves to see you fully. When we choose to hold back certain parts of ourselves, we're not being unkind or deceptive. We're simply acknowledging that our personal lives hold meaning and value that shouldn't be casually shared. By keeping your life a sacred space, you allow it to become a safe haven, a place of reflection and growth. In this space, you can process your emotions, heal from past hurts, and dream of what's to come without the pressure of outside judgment. Imagine the peace that comes with knowing your life's most vulnerable moments are yours to keep. You don't need to explain every thought, every fear, or every desire to those around you. Instead, you're free to embrace and explore them on your own terms, at your own pace. When you protect this space, you create room to learn from your journey in a way that honors who you are becoming. Holding some things back doesn't mean you're building walls. It means you're setting boundaries that allow you to be intentional about who enters your world. Sharing parts of your life with people who respect and value your story creates connections that are deep and genuine. These are the people who bring joy, strength, and encouragement. They see you not for what you offer to the world, but for who you are at your core. They don't just witness your journey, they support it. They see your sacred space and treat it with the same care you do. Remember, this sacred space isn't just where you keep your past, it's where you plant seeds for your future. Protecting this space gives you the freedom to dream without interference, to create without judgment, and to grow in ways that only you can fully appreciate. This space is yours to hold, to nurture, and to love. Let it be a sanctuary where you honor the beauty of who you are, where you find strength in solitude and peace in knowing that some things are too precious to be shared. True trust takes time. And there's something powerful in recognizing this truth. Trust isn't built overnight, nor is it something we can force or rush. It's like the foundation of a home layered, measured, and laid with care. Each brick, each piece, needs to settle firmly in place, and this takes time, patience, and understanding. When we approach trust with the recognition that it must grow naturally, we respect both ourselves and those we're building connections with. It's a process of allowing things to develop at their own pace, rather than expecting instant intimacy. In a world that often glorifies instant connections and quick closeness, it's easy to overlook the value of letting trust unfold. True trust doesn't come from one grand gesture or a single moment. It's formed over countless small acts that show reliability, understanding, and respect. Every time someone listens deeply, honors a boundary, or shows up when they said they would, trust deepens just a little more. It's in the consistency, the little moments, that trust quietly takes root. By giving it time to grow, you're allowing trust to become genuine and resilient, something that can withstand the trials and challenges that may come. The beauty of trust lies in its authenticity. When we rush it, we risk forming bonds that are superficial, connections that might not endure under pressure. When trust is given the time it needs, it becomes something we can rely on, a foundation that won't crumble at the first sign of difficulty. True trust is built on the willingness to be patient, to let another person reveal themselves gradually, and to show who we are in return. It's about creating a relationship where both people feel safe enough to be vulnerable, but only when they're ready. In this way, trust becomes a shared experience, a mutual understanding that's earned over time rather than assumed right away. And it's not just about the other person. Allowing time for trust to develop also teaches us about our own patience, resilience, and discernment. It helps us recognize our own worth, to know that we don't have to settle for shallow connections. We deserve relationships built on genuine trust, and that requires time. When we're willing to invest that time, we honor our own value and the value of the relationships we're building. We become more intentional with whom we let into our lives and who gets to know the most vulnerable parts of us. True trust takes time, because it's a journey of understanding, where both people reveal who they are slowly, piece by piece. Each step is a choice to be honest, to respect boundaries, and to handle each other's vulnerabilities with care. It's a journey that isn't always easy, but one that's worth every moment, because trust built this way is solid and unwavering. It doesn't falter when challenges arise or when things get tough. It's a bond that's been tested, proven, and fortified over time. So let's embrace the journey of trust with patience and intentionality. Let's allow trust to grow as it's meant to, appreciating the beauty that comes with each step, each conversation, each moment that brings us closer to understanding and respecting one another. True trust isn't instant, but that's what makes it valuable. It's earned, protected, and cherished, and because of that, it's the kind of trust that lasts. Discernment over drama is a call to honor our peace, to make choices that align with who we truly are, rather than getting lost in situations or conversations that drain our energy. In a world that often rewards the loudest voice or the most sensational story, choosing discernment means consciously deciding what we allow into our lives, who we invite into our inner circle, and where we invest our energy. It's about creating a life that reflects our values, one where we prioritize depth and quality over noise and distraction. Drama might tempt us with excitement, but discernment offers something far greater: peace, clarity, and a sense of authenticity. When we practice discernment, we become intentional about where we invest our emotional and mental resources. We begin to see that not every conflict, gossip, or opinion deserves our attention. Discernment teaches us to pause, to consider, and to filter through the motivations behind situations before reacting. Is this adding something positive to our lives? Is it helping us grow? Does it respect our values? These questions guide us away from drama, allowing us to act in alignment with what truly matters to us. Drama thrives on impulsive reactions, but discernment reminds us to respond thoughtfully, with a sense of calm and perspective. Choosing discernment doesn't mean avoiding hard conversations or ignoring challenges. It simply means approaching them with wisdom. Drama often stirs emotions without purpose, leading to misunderstandings and unnecessary tension. But discernment calls us to address issues constructively, to approach challenges with a clear head and an open heart. It's about understanding the difference between a situation that genuinely requires our energy and one that merely wants to draw us into conflict for the sake of conflict. Discernment empowers us to choose battles wisely, to invest only in issues that genuinely matter and align with our goals. With discernment, we can focus on building relationships and spaces that uplift us rather than weigh us down. Drama thrives in chaos, feeding off misunderstandings. Living with discernment also means embracing responsibility for our actions and emotions. But discernment brings clarity. It means understanding that we don't have to react to everything that crosses our path. Keeping us entangled in cycles of negativity. We have the power to walk away, to let go, and to choose choosing discernment over drama means seeking people who share our values, who respect our boundaries, situations that could otherwise be resolved calmly. It's a commitment to surrounding ourselves with individuals who support our growth, sometimes the best response is no response at all, and who encourage us to stay true to ourselves. By letting go of the need to engage with every provocation, we create a space in our lives for peace, for growth, and for the things that truly fulfill us. Discernment over drama allows us to focus on what truly matters in life. It frees us from the noise, the gossip, and the needless conflicts that often distract us from our purpose. It gives us the courage to say no, to walk away, and to protect our energy. Drama may offer a momentary thrill, but discernment offers long-lasting fulfillment. It allows us to spend our time and energy on things that bring us joy, peace, and a sense of meaning. It lets us invest in relationships, projects, and passions that uplift us and bring out the best in us. So let us choose discernment over drama. Let us be intentional with our words, our actions, and our relationships. Let us seek peace over chaos, depth over superficiality, and purpose over momentary excitement. By doing so, we not only honor ourselves, but we create a life filled with meaning, purpose, and authenticity. Drama may be loud, but discernment is powerful. And in the end, it is the quieter, intentional choices that shape a life of true fulfillment. Guarding your growth is about protecting the journey of who you are becoming, honoring your evolution with care and intention. Growth is a deeply personal journey filled with moments of learning, self-reflection, and transformation. It is not always easy. It demands patience, courage, and the willingness to change, often in ways we couldn't have foreseen. Yet, as beautiful and fulfilling as growth can be, it also requires boundaries. Protecting our growth means creating a space in which we can explore, heal, and transform without interference or judgment from the outside world. Growth is not a performance. It is an internal process that requires safety and privacy, a sanctuary in which we can confront our truths, fears, and dreams without feeling exposed or criticized. Guarding your growth means recognizing that not everyone will understand or appreciate the steps you're taking. Sometimes people may even unintentionally diminish your efforts because they don't see or value the path you're on. This is why protecting your growth is so important. When we allow too many outside opinions, it becomes easy to doubt ourselves or to second-guess the decisions we know deep down are best for us. By guarding your growth, you give yourself the freedom to evolve at your own pace and in your own way, without pressure to conform to others' expectations. Growth often brings us into a place of vulnerability, where we confront parts of ourselves that we may have avoided or denied. This vulnerability is delicate, requiring understanding, compassion, and patience. Sharing your process too openly can leave you susceptible to criticism or discouragement, which can feel disheartening, especially when you're still finding your way. Guarding your growth doesn't mean shutting out the world. It simply means being intentional about whom you invite into your journey. It's about surrounding yourself with people who will encourage and support you, who understand that growth is not a straight line and that setbacks are a natural part of the process. The people you allow into this space should uplift you and hold your growth with the same care you do. When you guard your growth, you also give yourself time to fully understand and integrate each stage of transformation. Growth is not just about reaching a destination, it's about the insights and wisdom we gain along the way. By protecting this process, you allow yourself to fully absorb each lesson, to take your time in healing old wounds, and to explore new parts of yourself without rushing. Growth requires space to explore, to make mistakes, and to try again. When we feel pressured to show results too soon, we may rush through important lessons or fail to build a solid foundation for the next stage of our journey. Guarding your growth means allowing each stage to unfold as it's meant to, respecting the natural timing of your evolution. Growth is also a process of shedding, of letting go of old beliefs, habits, or relationships that no longer serve us. This process of release can be challenging, as it often involves confronting parts of our past that we may still be attached to. Guarding your growth gives you the courage and strength to make these changes without feeling obligated to explain yourself to others. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you are choosing a new path or why certain things no longer fit into your life. Growth is personal, and by protecting this process, you allow yourself to move forward in ways that honor your truest self. There will always be outside opinions, societal expectations, and even well-meaning advice from loved ones, but your growth is yours. When you guard it, you affirm your right to follow your own path, to make decisions that feel right for you, even if others don't fully understand. Growth is an act of self-respect and self-love. By protecting it, you create a strong foundation for lasting transformation. You're not just changing for a moment, you're evolving in a way that will carry you forward for years to come. The more you guard your growth, the stronger you become, both in your sense of self and in your ability to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. Guarding your growth is a commitment to yourself, a promise that you will nurture your potential and protect your peace as you continue to evolve. It's about holding your journey close to your heart, treating it as the sacred process it is, and honoring each step along the way. Growth is a gift, one that requires careful tending and thoughtful protection. When you guard it, you give yourself the space, time, and respect to become all that you are meant to be. Sharing selectively, not secretively, is a practice of setting boundaries with grace and purpose. In a world that increasingly values transparency and openness, the idea of keeping parts of our lives private can sometimes be misunderstood. Yet, there is a profound difference between privacy and secrecy. Sharing selectively isn't about hiding or withholding, it's about choosing what, when, and with whom to share. It's a way of honoring our own lives and our personal growth by ensuring that the people we let into our story are those who will treat it with the respect it deserves. When we share selectively, we're not distancing ourselves from others. Instead, we're engaging with a deeper level of intentionality. We're choosing to connect authentically with those who appreciate our vulnerability and are prepared to handle our truths with empathy and understanding. Selective sharing allows us to connect on a meaningful level without feeling the pressure to reveal everything about ourselves. It helps us avoid the trap of oversharing, where we might divulge more than we're ready to in a moment of impulse or emotion. By sharing selectively, we ensure that we are sharing from a place of strength and self-awareness, not from a need for validation or approval. Selective sharing empowers us to be the guardians of our own stories. Every experience we have, every lesson we learn, and every challenge we face holds value, and that value shouldn't be given away lightly. When we choose to share parts of ourselves, we're essentially entrusting others with pieces of our journey. But not everyone will understand the significance of these experiences, nor will everyone be able to support us in the way we need. By sharing only with those we trust, we're able to build a safe, supportive circle of people who genuinely care about our well-being. This kind of selective sharing creates bonds that are built on mutual respect, understanding, and authenticity. Selective sharing also frees us from the need to justify ourselves to everyone. Not everyone will understand our choices, and that's okay. We don't owe explanations to people who aren't part of our inner circle, who don't understand the nuances of our journey, or who may even have their own biases or judgments. When we share selectively, we release ourselves from the pressure to conform to others' expectations. Instead, we hold on to our autonomy, making room to process our experiences fully before deciding what, if anything, we want to share with others. In this way, selective sharing is an act of self-respect. It's a recognition that our lives are our own and that we have the right to decide what parts of ourselves we want to reveal. By choosing to share selectively rather than feeling obligated to share everything, we also avoid the risk of diluting the meaning of our experiences. When we share too freely or with the wrong people, we can sometimes lose the depth of what we're experiencing. Our struggles, our triumphs, and our lessons are valuable parts of who we are becoming, and they deserve to be shared with people who truly appreciate them. Selective sharing allows us to hold on to the sacredness of our journey, to cherish the moments that have shaped us, and to share only with those who will honor them in the same way. This approach also fosters a sense of trust and integrity in our relationships. When we are selective, the people we choose to share with feel valued, knowing that we have entrusted them with something meaningful. They recognize that we have chosen them for a reason, that we see them as someone who respects our boundaries and values our experiences. This creates a depth of connection that isn't based on the volume of information shared, but on the quality of the understanding and respect that underpins it. In this way, selective sharing deepens our connections and reinforces the bonds with those who matter most. Sharing selectively, not secretively, is ultimately about alignment. It's about aligning what we share with who we are, with our values, and with our intentions. It's about protecting our peace, our growth, and our energy, ensuring that what we give to others is something we're comfortable with and proud of. It allows us to stay true to ourselves, to make decisions that honor our inner truth, and to cultivate relationships that are genuine and supportive. In choosing this path, we create a life where our stories are shared with purpose, where our connections are grounded in mutual respect, and where our hearts remain open yet protected.
Thank you.